Hey, it's Austin with Cork Pats, the #1 Derrick Henry fan site on the internet. I'm here to break down the ending of Titans-Ravens in Week 11 of the 2020 season. This breakdown is brought to you by Manscaped. For 20% off site-wide and free shipping, use promo code CORKED. That's CORK spelled with a K. In the words of the late, great Keith Jackson, Titans-Ravens is always a game between two teams who just flat out don't like each other. And you could tell that even before this game began. It started with the Titans huddling up on the Ravens logo at midfield, to which Ravens coach John Harbaugh took exception with. Because obviously the most disrespectful thing you can do in all of football is step on a logo. Apparently, it's the equivalent to not taking your shoes off when you're a guest in someone else's home. In all honesty, the Titans didn't seem to do anything disrespectful. They just broke down their huddle at midfield. But then when Harbaugh and the Ravens coaches started barking at them, guys like Malcolm Butler started yelling back. And okay, maybe that move right there by Jeffrey Simmons could be viewed as disrespectful. But I'm not going to be the one to tell him that. If you want to confront him in his Bruce Banner post-serum body, be my guest. Also, I'm not sure what A.J. Brown thinks he's going to do in a fight with that rubber band tied around his legs. I mean, why does he have a rubber band tied around his legs that close to kickoff? It looks like he was just taken out of his packaging. A.J. Brown's legs and asparagus, just two things that always have a rubber band around them. Even the coaches got into it. And naturally, this bled into the game. After the Ravens took a 21-10 lead, Lamar Jackson gave Malcolm Butler a little bump and run of his own. Let's fast forward to the very next play. The Titans pitched the ball to Derrick Henry because, well, why wouldn't you? Derrick takes it outside and hurdles one of his offensive linemen. Or you could say he does the skip I do whenever someone asks me if I want to go get ice cream. Yay! But as soon as he touches back down on the ground, he gets popped by Deshaun Elliott. Damn. To the point where Deshaun stands over him for a bit. He's probably saying something like, I probably won't regret making you angry later on in this game. I mean, this was a big play, a big lick, and actually Derrick was slow to get up and had to come out for a couple of plays. Even Marcus Peters is celebrating. I did absolutely nothing on this play. So obviously on a play like this, it got Ravens fans fired up. Even the seafood restaurants in Baltimore were talking noise. Jimmy Seafood said, a lot can change in 10 months, which is true. But another saying is, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Because as we'll learn here in a bit, a lot can change in 10 minutes. Baltimore should know better than anyone. If the Wire taught us anything, it's if you come at the king, you best not miss.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
Let's fast forward to about 3 minutes left in the game. The Titans still trail by 5 and have 2nd and 2 on the Ravens 6. Tannehill takes the snap and, well, it just drops it. And Titans tight end Jeff Swain does a good job of blocking Matthew Judon. And know that when I say that, I couldn't be injecting more sarcasm into a single sentence. So Tannehill gets laid out. And Jeff Swain's probably like, man, I don't know who missed their block on that. Let me help you up. So Titans are now faced with a massive 3rd and 10. So naturally, Tannehill takes one step and hits A.J. Brown on a 6-yard route, who immediately gets hit by Chuck Clark. And looks like the Titans will be forced with a 4th and 4. And wait, what? Not to go all LeBron, but A.J. Brown breaks not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tackles to get that go-ahead score. And that last broken tackle looked like the dance floor at a wedding reception full of drunken white people. Just a straight-up conga line into the end zone. Come on, let's do the train. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And that drunken dance floor analogy helps to explain why the Ravens were falling all over themselves and puking down the front of their jerseys on this play. And I want you to check Patrick Queen on this play. Dude was a total sacrifice. I mean, talk about the Queen's gambit. And it's ironic because A.J. Brown is the one telling Queen, don't stop me now. I want to break free. And sure enough, another one bites the dust. And the worst part for Patty Queen, earlier in the game, he took a cleat to the face by Derrick Henry. I mean, dude got messed up in this game more than Wile E. Coyote. So the Titans get the 2-point conversion and take a 3-point lead with just over 2 minutes. And since the Titans defense has been more of a suggestion this year, Lamar Jackson marches the Ravens down the field for the game-tying field goal. And like many people in the week of Black Friday, the Titans and Ravens had to work overtime. In overtime, the Ravens got the ball first. But since the Madden curse is actually a real thing, Lamar Jackson got sacked by Harold Landry and the Ravens had to punt. And in an overtime game between Lamar Jackson and Ryan Tannehill, everyone knows you do not want to put the ball in Tannehill's hands because you probably won't get it back. Wait a minute. He makes play after play down the field until we got here, the Ravens' 29-yard line, which is fitting that this play started the 29-yard line. Shout out Earl Thomas. Miss you, man. Hope you and your brother are well. So the Titans hand the ball off to the massive Brinks truck in their backfield, who's deservedly carrying $50 million. And this Titans makeshift offensive line, despite being plagued by injuries, actually gets a strong push up front, which is more than enough for Derrick Henry to do Derrick Henry things. So Derrick cuts it back to the right side of the field, and there's nothing but green grass in front of him, and proves yet again that he's Lamar Jackson's daddy. Ball all game. And it's not like Baltimore isn't used to walk-offs. The Orioles plays just down the street, and they get walked off all the time. Also, shout out to Seth Walder for pointing out that Derrick Henry literally handed the Ravens an L. And I love this. We all know about the surrender cobra, but this move right here by Derek Wolfe, that's the surrender life. Looks like he's taking a Lamaze class. Just remember to breathe, Derek. And after the game, John Harbaugh and Mike Vrabel don't shake hands, which turned out to be a good decision considering the entire Ravens team came down with COVID. Like we said, a lot can change in 10 minutes. Whee!